Hi, everyone. Blessings in the name of the Lord. I have something quick to share with someone today. I pray that this blesses you in the name of Jesus Christ. So, what I have been hearing is scout it out. Scout it out. So, there are some of you who may have been feeling like God is leading you in a certain direction, but you're not absolutely sure. And what the Lord had been saying is go ahead and scout it out. There are multiple examples of this in the Bible. For example, in Judges chapter 7, where Gideon and his army is about to go against the Midianites. The night before, it says, that night the Lord said, get up, go down into the Midianite camp, for I have given you victory over them. But if you are afraid to attack, go down to the camp with your servant Purah. Listen to what the Midianites are saying, and you will be greatly encouraged. Then you will be eager to attack. And so Gideon took his servant and they go down to the Midianite camp and they listen, and they're listening to these men describe a dream that they had about a loaf of barley bread. And they say, your dream can only mean one thing. God has given Gideon, son of Joash, the Israelite, victory over Midian and all its allies. And so when Gideon hears this, he hears the dream and the interpretation of the dream from the enemy camp. Then he returns to the Israelite camp and shouted, get up, for the Lord has given you victory over the Midianite hordes. So he's inspired. By what he hears there. So they go ahead, the two of them go ahead to scout out the Midianite camp, and they are inspired by what they hear there. They realize that they're going to have victory, and they're just so encouraged to go back and to rally the troops to go fight. And then another example would be in Joshua chapters 1 and 2, where it's time for the Israelites to cross over the Jordan River, and Joshua is supposed to be leading them. And he tells them to get ready to cross over. And then in verse 2, it says, then Joshua secretly sent out 2 spies from the Israelite camp at Acacia Grove. He instructed them, scout out the land on the other side of the Jordan River, especially around Jericho. So the 2 men set out and came to the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there that night. And many of us are familiar with the story of Rahab and how she helped out these spies and she hid them so that they were saved. And then in turn, her and her whole family were saved when the Israelites finally invaded Jericho. But the main thing that I have been hearing is just that there are some of you who God has been telling you that you have victory over this certain area, or that he wants you to go to this certain area, and been giving you this clear direction, but you still have some doubt remaining, and you may be wrestling with this decision. It may be a big decision that you have to make. It may be a decision about where to live. It may be a decision about where to work. But the Lord is telling you to go ahead and scout it out, to go ahead to that place, and that what you will see there or what you will hear there is going to encourage you and give you the courage and the strength to then go and take it. It may be, let's say if it's with a job, it may be that you feel like God is leading you into a new career or a different direction with your job or a particular place to work. Then what does it look like to scout it out? It may be that you need to go shadow somebody who actually works in that company that you feel like you're supposed to be working at. Ask them if you can shadow. Ask them if you can go spend a day there before you take the job. Go spend a day there and spend a day with somebody who works there and see what it's like to be there and actually be in that place, actually be in that company for a day. And when you are there, pay attention pay attention to what the Lord shows you, because what you see and what you hear while you're there are going to show you and confirm for you if that's the place that the Lord would have you be. Or let's say that you feel like you are being drawn to move to a particular area. You need to actually physically go to that place, and you need to spend time there. Let's say you are thinking of moving to some particular house in some neighborhood. You need to go walk around, like go actually spend time, walk around there, talk to people there, scout it out. Actually go to the place that you feel like God is calling you to, and go ahead and spend time there. And He's going to be showing you while you're there things that are going to confirm for you that this is the place that you need to be, and that He has given you victory. And He's affirming that, yes, that's the place for you to go. And if that's where you need to be, He will do that for you. And it may be something that somebody says while you are there. It may be something that you see while you are there, but He's going to confirm to you that that is where you need to be, if it's where you need to be. So He's telling you, go ahead and scout it out, and you will be encouraged by what you see. If that's the place God has for you, He's going to make that clear. But you may need to go ahead and spend some time there and scout it out. And then when you return, you'll have the courage that you need to go and take that land. So I bless you with that today, friends, and we'll see you next time. Bye.